It's a trial inside one African country of a former African leader in another country. It is the trial of an African leader that very few people doubt actually committed many of these crimes. But you have to also think about, and there I would like to go back to what Foreign Minister was saying, that there is a context to all of this. That almost every leader in Chad before Hissène Habré was also accused of tremendous crimes against humanity. Idriss Déby, who followed him, has also been accused of serious crimes against his population. Hissène Habré was also part of a context where there was a leader in Zaire at the time, Mobutu, who was just as sanguinary as he is, and this was probably true of many of the leaders of Africa at that time. So Hissène Habré also was part of a context where President Reagan had declared a kind of first war on terror, and Gaddafi and Libya were the center of that war on terror, in much the same way that Al Qaeda and Bin Laden were the center of the war on terror up until a few years ago, and therefore Reagan and the CIA saw Chad as being the way to get to Gaddafi, the way to keep him, hamstrung in Libya, keep him preoccupied, keep him on the defensive, and therefore, in a certain sense, help to win the war on terror. I don't think that it did a lot of good, from my personal opinion, but I think that what was said earlier about other people deserving to be on trial, you have to also. There is no way that the CIA was there without knowing and maybe even supporting every action that was done by the Chadians to keep that power. They wanted to keep Hissène Habré in power. They brought him to power in the first case. They considered him their man in Africa, their warrior.
So what are you suggesting, that they should put Americans on trial?
No, I'm not suggesting that, although I think that there should be more brought out about that. I think that Hissène Habré, guilty. Hopefully he will be convicted, but I think that we shouldn't delude ourselves, I don't think, in thinking that this all happened in a vacuum. Hissène Habré would never have had the power that he had in Chad to do whatever he carried out without the support of France and of the United States.